Testing, testing. Making sure we're good. How are we doing? All right, so what's going on, fam? Do I sound okay? Let me know how I sound. Make sure I'm trying to make sure that this isn't too loud because I have the music in my ear. All right. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Mr. Amazing, how's your weekend going? Ah, okay, so it is low. I thought it was. I thought it was. I don't know why. Actually, I think I do know why. All right, I'm gonna come off the headphones. All right. Um. No, it's not you. It's. Oh yeah, congratulations! You got a new role. That's dope. And I mean that's really good. Starting a new role before the new year kicks in. Let me see what's going on. All right. Oh, okay. Excuse me, sir. Sorry. I didn't mean to. Why is that not? Hey, I'm happy. I'm happy for you, bro. I'm happy for you. That's dope. I don't know why this isn't cooperate. There we go. No, that's dope. That's dope. You going to Dubai for the holiday for New Year's. That's dope. Congratulations. All right, let's see where we at here. We got this. We got this. Let's go back over to the gameplay. All right. I'm good. Good. Family's good. We're still grinding away at thing. So we're still grinding away, but can't complain. Can't complain. I mean, I could, but then that would be its own separate stream. So, but we're getting ready for 2025, man. Got some things on the horizon. Working on building out some new courses and stuff like that. So, with the got some cohorts and some other stuff we're working on.
I'm not judging.
So, like I said, can't complain. I really can't. Like I said, we just It's trying to see what's going on with my screen here. There we go. All right. Yeah. Trying to make the best of it and do what you're supposed to do what you gotta do. Right? Alright, I'm gonna start off as a support and I'm gonna go with Cloak and Dagger. Oh, we're on this screen. Why are we back here? I don't know what's going on with my stream deck. But but yeah, man, I can't complain. Like I said, we had our first esports season just wrap up last week. Come to find out, and I'll explain it. I'll explain it what I mean by come to find out. But come to find out, my middle school team is now the champions of the fall league. So that was dope because having kids come together the very first time, and from there, going undefeated all season, and then eventually, making the playoffs with all the with the odds stacked against them, mid-season having to drop players. So we actually had to play in a league for squads as a trio, and still make it not only to the playoffs but to the championships, beating one of the best teams. Beating, I wasn't paying attention. Beating one of the best teams in the league completely to get to the championship. So I'm sure that was looked at as an upset. And then and then to win the whole thing is crazy. So the reason why I say come to find out is because we didn't win the match originally. We had get in the bubble, people. Yeah, we actually lost originally, and we already had some history with that team previously. We actually played the team before, and let's just say it was questionable when we played them before, and then as we were starting to come back, the server crashed because it was the same day as the Fortnite event. So we had to reschedule the match, and they didn't make the rescheduling. They never showed up. Like, they were online, but they just didn't show up on the server. So by default, we won that match, which, I mean, it sucks for them because we were both undefeated at the time, and now that allowed us to remain undefeated and gave them their first loss of the season. So, I'm pretty sure that would have upset me. But okay, cool. But yeah, so now we ended up playing them in the championships. And let me know if I'm still low. I know the music for the centers are on, but let me know if I'm still low. But yeah, like I said, we ended up playing them in the championships, and they won. They won that match, but then come to find out, hold on, y'all, hold on.
30 seconds before your attack. Get ready.
Why does it keep doing that? Yeah, come to find out, they actually, I don't want to say they cheated, but they also didn't do what they were, they didn't do what they were supposed to do, right? For example, why does it do that? Thank you.
I told you, you locked it.
All right, yeah. So, for example, the reason why we ended up having to play as a trio instead of a squad for the rest of the season was because halfway through the season, they do roster locks, which means the team you have is the team you have, and that's it. You can't get new players. You can't do anything. If you have your starters and then your alternates, then that's it. We ended up losing one of our starters and our alternates mid-season. So that's how we were stuck with just 3 players, because had we gotten anybody else, we would have been in violation of the rules. So anyway, we get to the championships and we play the other team, and they ended up having a player on their team that that wasn't on their roster, that wasn't supposed to be on their roster. So, oh crap. So because of that, they had to lose. Now the competitor in me, would I have rather, beating them? Yes. However, it also, get off me. However, I like the lesson in it for my kids, because all season, on top of playing to play the game, we were teaching life lessons. So we were talking about respect, integrity. I actually came up with what's the word is what is it? I came up with a phrase called RACE. So RACE. R being respect, A being accountability, C being communication, and then E being actually serve 2 purposes. E would be execution and education. Is teaching my passion? It's crazy. I never thought that it would be. Teaching, I would say, coaching, helping people has always been a passion of mine. But getting into teaching, no. Teaching was never. Look, this is the year of going into business for yourself and dealing with all the nonsense. You see, I got more grays in my beard than I think the last time you saw me. But how did I do that? 6-2, 14 assists. Not bad at all. Okay. So yeah. As I progressed through my career, I would probably say somewhere around 2019, 2020, I started really looking at helping people more, and I started it with the blog, and then the blog progressed to InfoSec Unplugged, and then that progressed into teaching, and then LinkedIn learning classes, and then somewhere around 2021 or so, I really started to try to think about how I could help the next generation, but also keep them engaged and find ways to bring them in. And I thought of gaming was the first thing I could think of, because that's how I got into tech, was because of gaming and anime. I got something in my eye and it's like burning. It hurts. But yeah, and as I started to flesh that out, see what that looked like, I think I got more passionate about teaching, and now, here I am. Like I said, so yeah. So long story short, yeah, I guess to answer your question, it's been a passion. It's been a recent passion, probably in, like I said, the last 5 to 7 years.
You have to stop them from securing the
That's
area.
yeah. Like I said, I had when I got into pen testing. I don't. Oops, hold on. Yeah, when I got into pen testing, didn't think I would, and then as I got, you know, as I started to, advance and learn more, and started talking to people who wanted to know about it but didn't know how to start because, and I hate to sound like that old back in my day guy, but there weren't a lot of training platforms. When I was pen testing, it was like books and then in Vone Hub, it was books, Vone Hub, where Over the Wire, stuff like that. And then shortly after that, and then like later on, Hack the Box came, and then Hack the Box was always looked at as Captain America. Get him up out of here. Yeah, Hack the Box. Shoot, I remember when Hack the Box, in order to you had to actually hack your own membership in Hack the Box, right? You had to, like, to get a membership was a CTF in itself. So Hack the Box was always looked at as something that was more advanced. Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm dead. Yeah, so Hack the Box was always something that was more advanced. And then, so that is where the first ideas of wanting to really help people get into pen testing came in, because you had some folk who didn't know about, building virtual machines and building out labs and where is everybody? Oh crap. Yeah, so you didn't have all of that. It was literally just, figure it out. And then you had some people who, we tease people about, Googling and doing research, but there weren't a lot of resources. Yeah, there weren't a lot of people out there who were willing to provide those resources. So that's where that came from, I guess. Hold on. What the heck? Okay. All right. So yeah. So that's how that happened. Like I said. And I knew I wanted to do something related to gaming. Probably around 2019, 2020. That's when it really came into fruition. Like all the pieces of the puzzle came together. Because it's cool to teach people who are already interested in it. But what about those who didn't? What about those who aren't sure or don't even know that this is a viable option, right? Because you still have so many people who look at the traditional way as the way to go. So going to college and all of that. But what about people who don't necessarily know about a career in tech, or know that you don't necessarily have to go to college for it? So that's where I came up with that. And then, like I said, thinking of doing the gaming stuff was the perfect bridge for me, at least in my opinion. Like, there's so many parallels there that people don't see. There's so many transferable skills that people don't see. communication, critical thinking, teamwork and collaboration, troubleshooting. I mean, think about it. If you have a PC issue, your PC crashes or anything like that, get in the bubble. Get in the bubble. If your PC crashes, I mean, the troubleshooting stuff that you do right there is the equivalent of like level 1 help desk. You gotta get out of there. Gotta get out of there. So it's, so there's so many transferable skills that they probably don't even know exist. Uh, and my thing is like, hey, if I can,
I'm ready to put on a show.
crap. I gotta get out of there. Gotta get out of there. Oh, that's what's up, man. Yeah, man, come by sometime.
We
Come check the place out. Yeah, man. We have another pro. Well, we're actually restarting it next year, called Girls Game 2, because one of the things that we saw when we were doing the research was that there's a lot of girl gamers who, I mean, 50% of gamers are women, or so. Get out of there. So we had that pro. So we anyway, yeah. There was a lot of girl gamers, but they don't feel comfortable. So we created Girls Game 2 as a place where they could get together, game, talk about, building their community. Oh, she's 17. Okay, that's dope. And I said from there we started with our Girls Game 2 program. That's how we were able to launch our crap. That's how we started our co-ed Overwatch team. I'm in the wrong place. Oh yeah, if you're going into her senior year. Yeah, man, my daughter's a senior in high school too. She's applying into colleges. She got into like just about every HBCU she applied to, and then a couple of the Georgia schools as well. But yeah, she got yeah, she's going to Clark and playing in there, gonna play on their marching band. She actually got offered a scholarship during one of the tours. We went for like a day in the band, a day with the band, and she tried out right there on the spot, and they offered her a scholarship. So. Why is Captain America not falling? Go. Get up out of here. Yeah, man, that was, I'm not gonna lie, it was a tear definitely fell down my eye when she went in there, came back and said that the director himself offered her military. Okay, what branch? Yeah, I played like trash that match. No, I did 11K healing. I did 11K healing. Who's the next healer? Yeah, I did 11. Okay, so I can't complain. So, but yeah, so, but yeah, man, I said that, Air Force. Oh yeah, okay. Does she know? Does she know what she wants to do in the Air Force? Like I'm an Air Force vet, so um, she know what she wants to do.
Oh no. Oh no. That was close. Thank you.
Okay, I hear them.
Iron Man's above us. That's what's hitting me.
How about I say I hear them talking, but I don't see nothing yet.
Don't forget, securing the mission area is your top priority.
Yeah, my yeah, I would say, you know, research the different jobs that they have first. So this way you know exactly what you're getting into. So what do we need?
Oh no. Oh no.
We need another support.
Because our tank keeps pushing in and then backing off.
There's always a spark of light.
All right, let's get back into
I
it.
got Adam. I'm trying to take the Iron Man. Got Adam. Oh, die, Magneto. No. Thank you.
Oh, they got a Wolverine.
Get out of there. There's like maximum. Is that his ult that he's about to use?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah, oh, the military would definitely provide structure.
Damn it. So,
My thing would just be, like I said, make sure you know what you're looking at or what you're getting into, so that you make it make sense. Don't be like me. I went into the military and couldn't find. Get out of here.
Mind it, Iron Man again.
After I got out,
Hawkeye got down.
yeah, you know what?
Sorry.
You're good.
Yeah, cyber is I mean you know cyber is something that you have to want to do. You have to want to be in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta make sure that it's something that you're gonna be. Like I tell people all the time when they first get in, remember that why. Like real talk, like my daughter had originally thought about going in, getting into cyber because she wanted to do cyber forensics. Like she was really interested in cyber forensics, and then I guess after kind of giving it some thought, she she still liked the figuring stuff out, but she wanted to figure it out from a
Damn, anything protects you.
legal perspective. So now she's doing school of law.
16 minutes left on time.
Wolverine again.
No, I got this, yeah.
So yeah, like I that's my thing. Whatever it is you want to do in the military, make sure it's something that'll definitely get you help you on the outside. Because you know, I was an aircraft mechanic, and it was cool to say, you know, when you're in the military, yeah, I work on, you know, F-16s and stealths. But then when you get out of the military, it's like, and you can't find a job because, you know, you can't, because there aren't fighter jets in the military. I mean, there aren't fighter jets in the civilian world. And then on top of that, because of security clearances, you're not allowed to talk about most of it.
He's trying to come help the whole, but he already ran in.
And then, as a civilian contractor, the only jets that were similar to the F-16 stealth is the F-16 or the stealth. So with that, you know, you're not going to have a civilian working. You're not going to have a civilian working on a stealth. So like all my options were kind of. Oh yeah, you was EOD. Okay. Yeah, so you know you weren't gonna have any civilians. You weren't gonna have any civilians working on the stealth. So with that, it's like. So with that, it's kind of like, you know, you don't really have many options. So I got out, and that's how I wind up getting into tech, because there was so, you know, I kind of wandered a little bit. Like I worked at Verizon for a minute. I worked at Verizon for a minute. I worked at Target when the Target first came to my city. I worked as an electrician. I worked as low voltage electrical, doing like alarm systems. Hold on, there's a delay. Yeah, I worked at Verizon for a minute. Oh, I gotta figure out characters. What do we need? I guess I'm just gonna be playing support today. This resume says sysadmin. But that's real though. You know, trying to find that those transferable things. So. All right, so after this match, I gotta run over and I got some Xboxes updating because I have a holiday class coming up, or a holiday camp coming up with some Xboxes. So I gotta, you know, dust those off and get those in. So yes, I gotta update them, and I thought about putting Marvel Rivals on them, but I really don't feel like there's not enough time in this. Like I only get them for like an hour or two a day, so to kind of try to teach strategy. Like I tried it with Overwatch, and we definitely need more than an hour a day. So get in the bubble. Get in the bubble. That didn't even come in.
I'm back to shed some light.
run into that. All right, so we're down a tank and we're down a support. Now we're down 2 supports. I only got 1 kill. Jeez. I got to do better. I gotta do better. I mean, I got decent healing though, so I guess I'm doing my job as a support. I'm getting killed. This is not going well.
We are unbeatable.
This is horrible. This is horrible. This is horrible. 6,000 healing. Get there, get there, get there, get there, get there, get there. Okay. So now, question is to have a, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see that one. Have I been on the job hunt? Yes and no. So I have I took a role doing, if you look at, if you heard of E-Security Planet, I do the content for E-Security Planet now. So I mean, I got a nice little check doing that with them, and then I was still doing my consulting stuff.
4, 3, 2, 1.
As far as getting back into like pen testing and stuff full time, I pick and choose. Like, I'm very like if there's a role that really there's a role there that really interests me, that sounds interesting, then yes, I'll apply for it. But to say like I've been like, you know, super active, I'm probably not. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause you know how they be like, they want you to apply, you gotta apply to like 100 something roles a week. I haven't been doing that. Wolverine slump like that. So like, I mean, they'll get like there's been a few roles. There's been a few roles recently that have caught my eye that I applied for. Like Microsoft had a few roles that interest me with like the AI pen testing. I want to focus, like I said, I want to focus more on the AppSec space now. I had, you know, I think I'm best suited there, working for like a startup or something like that, being like in-house, doing like in-house security assessments and stuff for them. But but for the majority of 2024, I definitely was focused on the business, and then once I got the business to a point where I felt like it was doing okay, well, and by okay I mean like paying its own bills, then I wanted to get back into full-time work, and it was doing that for like 2-3 months. It was definitely, thriving. Like summer in the beginning of, I gotta watch my flanks better. Yeah, like summer and all summer, and then September, October, it was doing well, and then like October, it kind of went crazy. It just kind of went like left. And then we kind of get out of there, get out of there, get out of there, get out of there.
Lights out.
Crap. That was on me. I didn't do well. 1 and 7. That was horrible. 6 assists. Yeah. That. When kind of looking at the, I guess how things went. I guess everybody started. Economy wasn't doing well all year, but I guess it really like slowed up October, November. And you know how that goes. Usually with things get tight. The first thing that usually goes is like the miscellaneous or the entertainment budget. So that, I think that played into it. And then just, I think esports in itself is still, what's the word I'm looking for? Esports in itself is still something that is debated, right? Especially up here where I am, they don't look at it like that, even though the high school team that's over here, actually they had their esports championships last weekend too. So I don't know. I don't know. There's a few things that I think played into it, but I think it definitely, there's definitely an improvement from last year. And then this year will be, next year I think we'll definitely see more improvement, especially as we have a lot of our cohorts and stuff launching next year. I think that's gonna make a big difference. Like a lot with now that our courses have kind of been developed, and now they're ready for live classes, and then even trying to build that. Whoa, what the? And then have that on-demand element too. So I know that was a long answer, but yeah, I was definitely focused on the business until about September, October, and then, like I said, and then I took the E-Security Planet gig. As far as the pen testing is concerned, like I'm thinking for pen testing, like I said, if I can't get into like an AppSec role, like in a security shop for like like an app company or something like that, I'll probably just focus more on pen testing as a contractor. Like I definitely know I don't want to do. I didn't mean to throw that. I definitely know I don't want to go back into like a pen test boutique or a pen test shop where it's like client after client. I definitely don't want to do that. So like I said, if I take a role, I want the role to be something in-house, working on building out an app or building out whatever the program is to improve it. I don't necessarily want to take any. I don't know. I don't want to do the regular pen testing anymore. Like I want to focus more on the applications, the APIs. The stuff I've been working on for like the last 6 years. I want to focus more on that part of pen testing, and then obviously I want to do stuff around crap. I want to do stuff around AI pen testing too. That was the role I wanted to do at Microsoft, but they said nah. And then there was another run. There was another role, and I laugh about it, but it just kind of goes to show. It just kind of goes to show you what the market's like right now. I applied for a role at Spider Labs, and they sent me the rejection letter first, and then sent me the acknowledgement letter. So it was like 9:12 a.m. I got a letter that said, "Sorry, we're moving in another direction." And then at like 9:13, 9:14, I got the other email that was like, "Oh, we received your resume and your application, and we're gonna review it." So it was like, "Damn, your system is backwards." So yeah. So like I said, I'm kind of just, like I said, I'm not just applying to any role just because of the whatever, the money or whatever. Because I mean, some of the roles I looked at, it was even less money than what I was making before I stopped. It's just because, like I said, I truly enjoy. I'm truly looking at it from the standpoint of would I enjoy the role and the challenge. All right, so real quick, y'all, I'm gonna go check on these Xboxes. I will be right back. I just heard another one. I just heard another one go off. So, all right. I did see. Yeah. Okay. So you were saying, yeah, I see what you said. I just see what you said. So you want to stick around for at least a couple years. I mean, it makes sense. It makes sense, especially if you're looking to kind of progress and move up the ladder. That definitely makes sense. Honestly, I mean, and internal, like I said, internal security is definitely. I don't want to say it's less stressful, but it's probably not. No, I don't want to say it's not as demanding. You know, you gotta be very careful with your words because you know you say something and then be like you give your opinion, but you said this. Oh my gosh, you're a fraud. You know, so you know, you want to make sure you're careful with that. Not saying that you would do that to me, but yeah. But no, that it definitely makes sense to kind of do that. Get your knowledge. You know, learn everything you can. Grab a couple more certs on the way, and yeah, maybe in 18 months to 2 years. Yeah, make that move. Yeah, you know what? Internal security teams. Let me phrase it this way. For me, internal security team for an internal security team is a lot less stressful than working for like working at like a boutique. You know what I'm saying? Like it definitely. I would rather work. Oh, okay. So we don't have a tank. Oh, I hate playing tank. I'm gonna play Magneto. Yeah. You from clock in to clock out? Yeah. It it's definitely to me it's less stressful than working for like a company where you have to you know pen test week in and week out. Like, all right, I gotta rethink my strategy here since I'm a tank now. Why I don't like tank. I don't like tank. I don't like playing tank. At least not here yet. I don't know. I haven't found a tank that I really like.
You are under my protection. Do not expect me to be navigating. You cannot hurt me. Much better. Your attacks are futile. Extra shielding? Yes, please. Your attacks are futile.
I need healing, please. That would be nice. So like I said, what type of internal security work you looking at? Like you doing like GRC or just like blue team? What type of internal security job you looking for? Or would you be interested in, I should say. Not that you're looking for, because, you know. Threat detect. Yep. Yeah, that's definitely a big space right now. Right. Yo, where are my where are my healers at?
Your team's basket progress has passed the halfway point.
I mean, you could probably do it in 3, man. To be honest with you, stay in the detection space. Yeah, makes sense.
You're ready.
Man, where's my helpers?
You'll have to keep fighting until we have the winner.
I mean, my aim could probably be a little better. Yeah, you could, like I said, you could probably do. I think, like I said, it's definitely realistic. It's definitely realistic to get it done in that time frame. They're always looking for threat detection engineers. So
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
all right, I'm gonna try this out here. I mean, I said, what am I? This is 2 and 4 as a tank. The support's got more. The support's okay.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Upgrade to this capture this area. Got it?
Yeah, like I said, if I do go back into pen testing, I want it to be.
Do not give me reason to alter that arrangement.
Man, look, learn your coding and get and build the autumn and do it in ChatGPT, right? So you know what modules are right and all of that stuff. I mean, that's what most people are doing now anyway. They're building it out with AI, and they're building out their stuff with AI. And then just kind of tweaking whatever they need to tweak.
Maximum pulse!
You work with the Fortisim. Yeah, that can be a gift and a curse. Like, no one else is using it right now, so that will give you that'll give you experience before everybody else does. Because if it becomes like industry standard, then you'll have that to say. But yeah, if not. You got look at it strategically from all aspects. Come on, we gonna get all the way to 80% and we gonna lose it. My thing is, I'm curious into. From what I have seen in the job market, I'm curious in seeing if this market is gonna stay the way it is, because it's been you know, they talk about there's 3.5 million. Come on. They talk about there's all these jobs open, but I'm my LinkedIn feed begs to differ. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm seeing people, talented people. We do have clients onboarding, yeah. Like we do, like we have people, like really talented people who've been out of work for like months and are actively looking. Right? Like I'm not even saying it from a standpoint of like me, where I'm kind of passively looking, but there are people who are like really looking, like really looking, and can't find that help right now, or can't find those jobs. And you have these companies that you know, have jobs, or are putting out job recs, but you know, they're putting out these job recs, but aren't hiring. And then I was talking to somebody. I won't say who because I don't want them to get in trouble. I don't want them to get in trouble, but like they were saying, like, you know, those ghost job stuff is real, right? Where companies are putting out these fake job recs, to either gauge interest or to see if their own employees are. Come on, we got all the way to 99%.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Hold on 1 second, y'all. All right, y'all, I'm back. So real quick, before we jump into my dumb behind actually jumped in. I'm just so used to hitting the next match. So something interesting just happened. So I just got a phone call. So remember I was talking about the what happened with our championship match, how they ended up playing with a player that wasn't supposed to be playing. Well, one of my players just called me to tell me that they were playing with one of the other team's players. And remember I said they were playing, I said things didn't seem like they were on the up and up. Excuse me. Come to find out, they just admitted that, yeah, they were hacking, as they call it. But this is a perfect example of what I talk about when I say the transferable skills, right? Because what happened here? These kids, right? And I call them kids because they are middle school age kids. They found a flaw in the Fortnite map that allowed them to drop multiple health packs, which is what we needed, which is what we needed to do in order to survive in these matches, right? So how the map works, I mean, the map is a Zone Wars map, but the storm closes really, really fast. I mean, like, really fast. So what was happening was they were so what they were doing now is they found a flaw in the map that allowed them to just use the health packs, which comes very handy in the end game when if you're both stuck in a storm and then you go into what they call a heal off, where now the team who can survive into the storm the longest wins. And the crazy part was, my team, they were saying in the middle of the match, they were saying, no, that's not right. We watched some of the replay, and even in the replay, you could see that it looked like multiple health packs were falling. Jeff. Multiple health packs were falling, but because it didn't look, I don't know. We should have screenshotted it and sent it. But you know what? I feel better now about the win. Yes. Between that and then them playing with someone who wasn't supposed to be playing, the question I kept asking all day was, or since we got the news, was I didn't want the win to feel like, I didn't want the win to feel cheap. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't want the win to feel like it wasn't earned because we won via forfeit or whatever the case may be. So I was I'm replaying the matches, I'm looking at everything, and I'm like, okay, if that player wasn't on their team, would that have changed do I think that would have changed the outcome? And for the most, and like I said, for the most part, I think if that person wasn't on the team, I definitely think that would have made a difference. I think that would have. Why is it lagging this bad? it lagging this bad on stream? I'm looking at it now. I'm like, why is it looking like this?
Time to shine.
It's my way.
Now might be a good time to stop them. My time to shine.
They got pissed off their Iron Man. Hey, what's going on, Mollywop? Yeah, man. I was just actually talking about. I'm trying to figure out why this stream, why it looks like it's lagging, but I think I don't know. But I was talking. So basically, quick rundown. We had our championship match last week, and we lost. Come to find out, the other team wasn't playing on the up and up. They actually were disqualified because they played with a player that wasn't supposed to be playing. And then after they did that, we found out that not only did they do that, they actually cheated. Yeah, they played with a player that wasn't supposed to be on the roster, right? So halfway through the season, they do roster locks, and during roster locks, the team you have is the team you have. Like, that's it. There's no changing the team, right? So, for example, our team had 6 or 7 players starting out. But by mid-season, we had 2 players drop off for unrelated reasons, and then another player dropped off for another reason, which left us with so we had 6 players. So it left us with 3 players, right? So we lost one of those people that we lost was one of our starters. So we lost our starters, we lost our starter, and then we lost both of our subs. But because of roster locks, we weren't able to get another player. So we had to play the rest of the season as a trio in a squad league. Now we were able to remain undefeated, and we were able to make playoffs and eventually make it to the finals. But obviously it was a lot more difficult than what we had expected. So anyway, with the roster locks, we're not able to make those changes. So fast forward, we played in the finals against the team that we played. Right. It is, and I'm gonna get to that in a second, right? So during the season, we played the team that we played in the championships. We played during the season, and even during the season, they were doing some stuff that, was questionable. But then they were also doing things that were very toxic in nature, and the leagues that we play in is like a no-nonsense league when it comes to, the toxicity. And like, it's a one thing to kind of taunt or to emote or whatever. It's another to kind of do it, too much, or even, say whatever words in the chats and stuff like that. But this team was, that's what they were doing. So the match that we played during the season, we were both undefeated at the time, and when we played, it was also the day. It was also the same day as a Fortnite event. So we played, and then they were up 2-1, and the server crashed. So we had to reschedule. So then when we rescheduled, they didn't show up to the rescheduled date. They were online, but I guess they just didn't get on the server. So because of that, they forfeited by not showing up. So I knew they were going to be pissed at us because we were the only, that was the first loss. That was their only loss of the season, and it was to us. And they were up when the game paused. So we played them in the championships, and they definitely kicked our behinds in the championships, and we were trying to figure out what was going on, and it just seemed like no matter what we did, that they had an answer to it. When we started playing heel offs, they had more heals than us. It just didn't add up. And like I said, come to find out now, not only did they have a player that wasn't authorized, they also found a flaw in the custom map that allowed them to get like unlimited health packs. So couple lessons in that. One being, again, the transferable skills there, because there were so many flaws that they were able to use and take advantage of, and they thrived because of it, even temporarily. So that's the technical side of it. But from the life lesson, all season I was preaching two things to these kids. One, talking about respect and integrity, and how integrity is to do the right thing even when nobody's watching. And that was a hard lesson to learn, because I'm strict on my team about following the rules, right? So so for one, we don't promote toxicity anyway. So I tell them not to emote during matches. If they want to do stuff in lobby, that's one thing. That ain't got nothing to whatever. But in match, anything that could be deemed as like taunting, no. And the argument would always be, well, they're doing it, and I'm like, that's fine, let them do it. But when the moderators or the people who are watching, when they see it, let them see that we're doing the right thing at all times. And sure enough, because of that integrity, we could have easily found a fourth player and just threw them on the roster, but the rules said we had to play as a team of 3, or because of roster lock, and I stuck with it, right? Like they, a couple times they were like, "Hey, what can my friend just play?" And I'm like, "No, your friend's not on the roster. Your friend's not on the roster. Your friend can't play, right?" But it's 4v3, it's 4v2. I mean, because one of our playoff matches, it actually was 4v2 because we had some technical difficulties. But I taught them that to persevere and just kind of deal with it. And if we lost, then we lose with our integrity intact. And now, because of that same integrity that I was telling them to deal with, nice wall. That was a nice wall. That was actually smart. Because of that, they were able to. They won. We won, right? Like, could you imagine what would have happened if we would have, did something against the rules, and then they came back and said, "Hey, well, these guys cheated, but then also these guys cheated." Then that would have led that would have led to like one of the teams that were eliminated in the semifinals getting the win. So I'm glad that doing the right thing paid off, and I think that is super important in a time where people can debate that, right? People can debate, hey, you know, is doing the right thing, right? Because you have people who appear to thrive, I should say, and they're not doing the right thing, right? They're doing the right, you know, they're cheating the system or they're manipulating whatever, and because of it, they're able to appear like they're doing better than everybody else. So I'm glad that these kids got a lesson, you know, up front and, you know, up close and up front, that they that they were able to actually benefit from the fact that they did the right thing. They, you know, we told them to do the right thing, even when it was hard to do, even when it seemed like it didn't make sense to, and now they're champions. Yeah, how does it feel? Mollywop, I don't know why the Nightbot said anything about spamming. Yikes. Ran right into that turret. I got too antsy. All right. Yeah, I mean, I like I said, it definitely was a growing moment. It definitely. I'm glad that, again, my kids got to see firsthand that, and even if they didn't, I know the parents were definitely grateful, and that's the other thing I want to say, that you know, a lot of the stuff that happens with Scholastic Esports lives and dies with the parents. Like if the parents aren't, you know, if the parents aren't open to it, if the parents aren't paying for it, if the parents aren't supportive of it, you know, it wouldn't go far. I was blessed to have a great group of parents that not only bought into the system, but trusted me fully with, you know, coaching their kids and, you know, correcting the kids when they were wrong, calling them out, holding them accountable. You know, you get a lot of parents these days who want to make excuses for their child doing bad things. And like I said, I had some parents, like I said, for the lack of better phrasing, we're old school in the sense of, no, you know what, it takes a village, and if our kid isn't whatever, you know, we're spending good money to get them to support their dreams. So they need to listen to me, and sure enough, they stayed out of my way. But yeah. But anyway, yeah, I think I had, so on my website, I'll probably do a video version of the interviews. But if you actually go on the Alpha Esports Tech website, there are testimonials from parents who talked about how, you know, they were skeptical and everything like that. But like I said, you know, the parents were definitely grateful, and I when I called to actually tell them that we won because the fact that the other team cheated, I think the parents were more excited than my gamers. Like the parents were just like jumping up and down and super, you know, just super excited for their kids. Nice. Yeah, I think we might have to do a commercial, 'cause like I said, we definitely got the testimonials. Yeah, no, I mean, no one really thought it would have been a thing, but like I said, in the where we are in Georgia, like, esports is huge. Like I mean, the state of Georgia does $750 million a year on average. So so for that, you know, so it's definitely big down here. Like I said, the high schools are starting to adopt it. You know, so it's definitely getting bigger. And you know, but like I said, what I like that we're able to do with our center is, one, play games that aren't necessarily school approved, right? Like Fortnite, you can't play Fortnite in high school. You can't play Overwatch in high school, or in most high school leagues. You can't play, you know, if they do Marvel, I don't know. If they do Marvel Rivals, I don't know. Maybe they might. I don't know. But anyway, there's certain games you're not allowed to play. But these are the games that are popular in the professional scene. So if you have kids who have ambitions of, you know, playing pro, yeah, if you have kids who have ambitions of playing pro, these are the games that they're going to want to play. They're going to want to play the Fortnites. They're going to want to play Rainbow Six. They're going to want to play. They're going to want to play a bunch of these different games. So we're able to play. We're able to play these games in these different leagues. But like I said, we focus on. What I like is that what sets us apart is that we focus on building the character of our gamers as well. Like we focus on. I focused on this season. I focused on learning who my gamers are. Like, not their gamer tags, but who they are individually, how they are in school. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's one thing that I take pride in. And that we crap. that's one thing that I take pride in, is that we focused on building out good people and in teaching those lessons with respect and integrity, or using our race analogy. So I came up with I think it's an analogy, but I came up with the phrase, the term race, right? And each letter in race stands for something. So so race, it's RACE. R being respect, A being accountability, C being communication, and then lastly E is execution or education. So that's, so all year, I kind of put that in their heads, remember respect, accountability, communication, education, right? Because you're going to need all of that. You're going to need all of that if you're going to want to succeed, not just in the game, but in life, right? Like, you're not going to be able to get out of there or get out of here. Crap. You're not going to be able to succeed in, like I said, whether it's in Fortnite or anything in real life, if you don't follow those four key factors, right? Like, if you don't respect your teammates, you're not gonna want to, hold yourself accountable, or hold them accountable when something goes right or wrong. Right? If you don't respect them, you're not gonna communicate with them. So that was that's something that we definitely worked on. Like, I probably say the first month of the season, it was definitely like, making sure that they follow those four letters, right? Or at least three of them, because if you don't have respect, if you don't have accountability, if you don't have communication, you're not going to execute. You're not going to learn. You're not going to want to be able to. You're not going to want to elevate. You're not going to want to educate. You're not going to want to execute. You're not going to want to do any of it. So none of the E's would have mattered. So that is something that we worked on all season. Like I said, parents took it with them. Even in some of our other stuff that we do, like even in some of the other stuff that we had, I remember we had some parents who wanted to know where their kids were learning certain things from, because like we did a camp, and it was like I guess you could say it was like our test subject. So like, we offered the services for cheap, just to kind of get in there, just so they could see what we had to offer. And they were definitely skeptical, but it wasn't until like one of the parents of the kids came back and was like, "Hey, where are they learning certain things from?" And they were like, "Well, why?" They said, "Oh, because we were at home and one of the kids' siblings did something, and the kid's sibling was doing it when the parents weren't looking, and the student told his sibling, well, that's not moving with integrity." And the parents were like, what's integrity?" and they were like, "Oh, integrity is doing the right thing even when no one's watching." And they were like, "Well, where'd you learn that from?" I knew I was gonna. I couldn't get out of there. They're like, "Oh, well, where'd you learn that from?" And he was like, "Oh, the esports teacher." So, you know, again, that's something that we definitely we try to drive home. We try to make sure we're teaching valuable lessons, and it's not just, you know, oh, you got to play video games for a couple hours or whatever. You know, there's certain things there's things you can come home, you can actually go home with that can help you. Jesus, my aim is horrible. My aim is horrible. I guess 16 assists, I guess. Oh man, so how long? All right, so yeah, that's so that's pretty much been it for us. You know, I'm hoping to take that into 2025. Nice. Gaming Paradise. I thought I heard of it before. But yeah, yeah, let me know. Let me know, Molly Wop. Let me know. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and probably drop off in a little bit because I gotta go and check these Xboxes, and then I'm gonna go and head home. But yeah, thanks for chopping it up with us for a little bit. I done clicked the dang button again.
Pick your hero.
You too.
Or villain.
You too. Be safe. So I'm about to look it up now. They've gotta have they gotta have social media. Gaming Paradise. No, I don't think that's them. All right. Let me see. They got a tank. They got
30 seconds before you attack.
so
Get
okay.
ready.
So they need another.
I am Groot.
Everything in this place feels familiar, and yet so strange.
The battle
This is gonna be the last. Well, this is gonna be the last match, assuming we end it with a win.
2, 1. You need to get to the capture area. Got it?
We are warriors. No matter what world we come from, we will not lose by sight of that.
That's crazy. The last thing you see is just kind of like getting punched. Why are you in the spawn with the turret? Okay. I'm not gonna say nothing. Meanwhile, they got 4 people on point and they're at 30%. But ah, it's gonna be one of them matches. It's gonna be one of them. It's gonna be one of them matches. I can see it now. I said we were gonna end it. I said it ended on a win. I think I jinxed myself.
Hitting harder than ever. Hitting harder than ever.
You captured an high mission area. Keep going.
Farewell. Human magic.
You don't have to fight alone.
Nice shooting, Gordon.
Okay. Am I into anime? Absolutely. Absolutely. You know what I've been watching lately? What's it called? Secret Level. So it's a show on Amazon. And it was made, I think it was made all in Unreal Engine, but it's based on a bunch of video games, and it's like a bunch of shorts. So like there's like it was what was it? The first episode was like based on Dungeons and Dragons. There was another one that was based on seafood. There's one that's based on New World. Like I was watching those yesterday. But as far as the anime is concerned, what was the last and oh I finished well not finished. I finished the season of My Hero. I was watching that with my daughter. I hope to get back into solo leveling with my son this week. I gotta watch. I gotta go back and watch Bleach. I gotta go back and watch Demon Hunter. I gotta go back and watch. Yikes! I gotta go back and stop getting shot. But yes, I am definitely into anime.
You betrayed my trust, Mantis. Very
Man, jump down and kill himself. What animes you watch? Oh, DBZ and Gundam. I think well, shoot, you got then. Have you watched? So you only just only Dragon Ball Z, or have you watched Super or what's the new one? Daima just came out.
Your powers are
Gundam's a classic. I'm not even mad at that. Yeah, see, I'm like I said, again, I don't want to sound like the old man screaming into the ether, but like I said, you rarely watch TV. Okay, so you watch all of them except Daima. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I watch anime before I watch like anything else. Like, but that was like I said, but that was my getaway from when I was younger. Like I used to watch Ninja Scroll, Work, Study, Gym, Travel. Yep. I'm not. I totally understand it. I totally understand it. Like, the one thing I will say. Oh wait, when did they get? Stop that! Get it back! Thank you. If there's one positive. If there was one positive from the last year or so, is that it hasn't been as stressful or as demanding like it's been in years past, as far as like, oh, make sure you got to go do a certification training, make sure you do this. Like, now granted, I traded that for the stress of business and all of that, but it definitely was refreshing to not have to worry about study. I think what I would like to do is get to a point where I don't have to worry about other stresses. Like, I want to get to a point where, jeez, cybersecurity does age even dog years. Like, you saw my beard. You saw my beard. We're about to lose
My
the
hunt
point.
continues.
Look. Come back over here. Look. You see it? You see it? Before it was a little salt and pepper. Now I look like freaking. Now I look like. Where am I? Let me go over here real quick. Now I look at me. Look at me. Now I look like freaking Gandalf from Lord of the Rings. Cyber, but in this, so look, I'll do this. What side? So this side is cybersecurity. This side is full-time business owner in a recession and you know, people not spending money. Like, I'm over here looking like Gandalf the White, not even Gandalf the Gray. Like, I'm Gandalf the White. And that for those who are watching that don't understand the reference, go watch Lord of the Rings. I'm over here looking like Negro. Oh, see, okay. I'm a little bit older than you, sir. But yeah, I'm over here looking like a damn wizard.
Warning. Protective shields compromised. Cease hostile actions.
Nope. Get out of there. I wonder if those decoy buck, yeah. So you know the funny thing. So I shouldn't say I'm studying. Well, yeah, I'm studying because next year this year I taught a Security Plus cohort for another company with Walter that was associated with Walter Reed in DC. And I was like, you know what? I want to do, you know, basically do the same thing, but I want to do it myself. So now I'm reviewing Security Plus. Like currently I review Security Plus a little bit every night. To figure out how I want to teach the information. It's a constant feeling of feeling behind. No, you're right. That's that imposter syndrome. Like, it's always feeling like, especially if you're keeping up to what everybody's doing on LinkedIn and Twitter or Blue Sky or wherever they're at. It's a constant feeling. It's a constant feeling like the rest of the world is on their grind. Why am you know? I need to be doing more. So trust me, I get it. Trust me, I get it. That imposter syndrome will age you faster than anything. I know I saw you.
Focus on the battle.
My blade is sharp.
Hmm, 20 and 10 is not bad. 20 and 10 is not bad. 2 to 1, 2 to 1.
Defend what is ours.
No, 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 no.
It's yours.
Come on. Thank you. Take that back.
I don't have to be stage.
Yeah, see, yeah, you have to learn, and you having to learn the in and outs of scene tools and all of that. Like, so you got to learn products on top of certification stuff. So we did end it with a win. Okay.
Another epic
Yeah, yeah. Look, using it as a tool and then using it on like the back end is like two different worlds. But then on the flip side of that, like there's so many things you can see on the back end that's like, yo, well, why aren't we utilizing this or why aren't we utilizing these features more? But yeah, learning products is a bitch. Like learning products is like on top of that. So because you have to learn the product. You have to learn how to make it work in your, you know, in where you work, in your office. You have to make it work for you. If you're dealing with clients, like you're doing vulnerability management, you got to learn you got to use it from their perspective too to kind of get them to see certain things. Like it can be, yeah, I'm not gonna, yeah, I can see where it could be a pain in the ass. And then on top, like I said, and then on top of it, you have all of your industry certifications and trainings and required professional development and all of that nonsense. Like I said, that part of the game I don't miss. All right, so I'm going to go. What did I get over here? Oh, my proficiency went up a cloak and dagger. Hey. Sure. But even though you can't, that's the one thing, and maybe I just don't know it. The one thing with Marvel Rivals so far is that it doesn't allow you to 6 days a week for the past 3 years. Yeah, yeah, no, that's a grind. The one thing with Marvel Rivals that I'm not sure, and before I say it completely, but um it doesn't let you sync with all your accounts yet, right? So like I have an account here at the center, I have an account at home on my Xbox, I have an account at home on my PlayStation. Um, oh, you work two jobs though. You so you yeah, yeah. I mean, look, I traded 5 days a week as a pen tester for 6 days a week running here. So I'm here 6 days a week. And then the media job with eSecurity Planet is 5 days a week. However, if you accumulate enough hours in the week, you can have a 4 day work week. So that's been cool. The fact that, like I said, I can do, you know, so what I do at home, well, I mean, what I do at work now is I get up early, I'll put in like 7, 8 hours, come here, open up the center in the afternoon, you know, whether we do practice or whatever. Then we close about 8 o'clock or so on the weekdays, and then I go home, and then I'll probably do like another hour and a half, 2 hours, just to make sure I get the 10 hours a day, so that, like I said, I can have Friday off, and then I'll usually come here. I'll do like some. Basically, I'm still working because I'm working on, like, building out my curriculum and stuff like that in the morning, and then in the afternoon I'm here for usually Fridays was our Fortnite matches. So I'm here like in getting everything ready, making sure all the PCs are updated and all of that, and then getting that stuff good to go for the matches in the afternoon, and then close up shop, come home, do it Saturday. Saturday we have our Overwatch team. We just launched the Wolfpack Esports Challenge. So we do that in the afternoons, and then in the evenings we're just kind of chilling. So man, look, bro, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. That what do they say? Fault tolerance, right? Fault tolerance and redundancy, right? As soon as they feel like, you know, it's affecting their bottom line, they will do that. Like not for nothing, that was what led to I didn't even do any ranked matches, but that's what led to me focusing on the business full time, right? Was the fact that I was working a job and they just figured out like, yo, hey, we're spending more money than what we expected. I know we said we were gonna keep you, but deuces, so having the business, having the consultancy, the consultant work with doing the cyber game stuff, having the e-security planet, then still having the LinkedIn learning courses, I get a little something from there. I probably need to go back and do another course, but that, and then build out the center. Yeah. So yeah, 6 days a week, and then Sunday usually, like I said, I get to sleep in late, and by sleeping late I mean instead of getting up at 5, I get up at maybe like 8-9 o'clock, and I spend the first half of my Sunday just preparing myself for the week. So telling myself, what do I need to do for the week? How do I prepare for that? They let you go the same day, but require you to put 2 weeks in. Yo, I've put it this way. I stopped giving 2-week notices to actually work the 2-week notices. Like, here's what I do now is I'll give a 2-week notice, but my hopes is that they don't accept it and they let me go, because if you give a 2-week notice and the company doesn't accept your 2-week notice or your 3-week notice or whatever notice you give them, they have to pay you out. So like the last time, whenever that last time was, when I was like, yo, I'm giving my 2-week notice, and they were like, oh, well, we can't because, of the sensitive nature of the work. We're going to let you go. And I was like, oh, okay, bet. Well, and I think I gave a month's notice. So I was like, yo, I'm just giving y'all a heads up. I'm out at the end of the month. And they were like, yeah, well, because of the sensitive nature, we're just going to let you go today. And I was like, oh, okay. But I got a check for the whole month. But yeah, as far as, I'm over. I think that's going to be the one thing that I'm going to struggle with, after, if I do go back into like full-time work, is, dealing with the nonsense. But I will say this. Check this out though. So I was talking about eSecurity Planet. So eSecurity Planet. So if you've heard of Tech Republic and Nullbyte and all these other websites, eSecurity Planet owns, not eSecurity Planet. They're all owned by the same company. So they have a website called eSecurityPlanet.com, and recently they decided to come up with, start doing content So they reached out to me to be the host. Actually, we talked about this. I don't know if it was for eSecurity Planet, but they had reached out to me last year, and we had talked, and then talks fell through, and then we had another conversation about another site. But they wanted me to be a contractor, so I gave them the contractor rate to record and edit and all of that, and I think I might have scared them off with that number. So they came back this summer and asked if I would be the host of this channel along with another gentleman goes by the name Justin Fraction. But I'm the main host now. So as you can see here, I've been kind of plugging away. So I've been there since September, but we started putting out videos like last month. So now you see this is the introduction video. This was my path. I did a video for Cybersecurity Awareness Month for password managers. I did this one on quishing. I don't condone scanning random QR codes, but there is a funny Easter egg if you do scan the QR code in this thumbnail. So yeah, there's that. This one is about how you can protect your small businesses from getting attacked. This one is about the Salt Typhoon one. So this was the Chinese hackers who breached all the telecom companies. This one by far is my favorite video because it was just me being funny and sarcastic throughout the video. With about Russia suing Google.
Google's being sued for $1 million, bajillion dollars. Something like that.
It's still weird watching myself though.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to eSecurity Planet. Today we have a crazy and headline.
So yeah, so we're so this is my day job now, is writing articles and creating content for this channel. The beautiful part about it is that all of my intellectual property is protected.
What? Hold on. Pause the video. Hold on. That can't be right. Give me one second.
A few moments later.
Carry the two out.
Which reminds me, I need to go get my hair cut.
Okay, look, seriously, you can't see it on the camera, but it actually says you can't enter more than 15 digits. That's wild. Okay, so let's get back to it.
All right, so yeah, this is my day job now. I write articles and create content for this channel, and then like I said, the beauty of it is, for one, I keep most of my creative control. I keep most of the creative control, and then the other side is, like I said, any content or anything I do outside of there is still mine. Which was super important to me because a lot of these companies, when you go and create content for other companies, or when you create content, they expect you to not do anything on the outside. Actually, in talking to a few people who are who do content creation or do stuff outside of work, companies are being really, really strict on what you can and can't do. I think from my understanding, what's happening is these companies now, even though you're only working 40 hours a week and they're only paying you for 40 hours a week, unless you work hourly and get paid, overtime, they don't really want you to have too many outside things going on because they're worried that if those outside things become too big, that it will empower you to go elsewhere. So that's the other thing too. If I ever look at going back into the field full time, are they going to ding me for all of these other things that I'm doing? So like I said, so the beauty of this job is that, like I said, I get to create content. And I get to keep the intellectual property, all my stuff outside of there. So Alpha Cybersecurity, InfoSec Unplugged, Alpha Esports and Technology, all of that is protected. So I can continue to make content there. I can continue to do things here and not have it, commingle. But yeah. So is it senior penetration tester money? No. But it's a lot more than what I expected you would get for a full-time content creator job. Like, I mean, I can't complain. But with that, I'm gonna log off because I gotta go check these Xboxes. I'm gonna swap those out so I can get home. Thank you for rocking with me. We have been streaming now for a couple hours, something like that. How long we been streaming? Almost 2.5 hours. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead. Honestly, the crazy part is I'm probably going to leave here, go get some dinner or something, and then I'll probably stream some more because I'm really having fun with Marvel Rivals, and like I said, I don't get a chance to really grind out games from day one, so I'm enjoying that. So I'm gonna head up out of here. Y'all be safe. If I don't see you, man, or if I don't talk to you between now and then, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, whatever it is you celebrate, happy holidays, and may you go into 2025 healthy and with a clear mind and ambitious goals. All right. Yes, sir. Happy New Year's and Merry Christmas. Enjoy. When you come back, you got to tell me about it, man. Like, Dubai is on my short list of places that I haven't been to yet. So before it's all said and done, I got to hit Dubai. I got to hit Santorini. I got to hit what's the island? There's a few islands I have to. There's a few islands and a few resorts I have to go to. I gotta go back. I want to go back to St. Lucia and I want to go back to Aruba. Even though Aruba's like a small island, compared to some of the other things I've done on other trips, I did like jack shit in Aruba. But Aruba was, and I think that's why we really didn't do much. Like, we went out to dinner. I did a little bit of gambling. Saw the town. Like I said, I mean, Aruba you can get from end to end on a bike, on a pedal bike. But there was just something about that trip that was just so freaking peaceful for me that I loved it. And St. Lucia, St. Lucia, I did my vow renewal there, and it's a beautiful island. Yeah, man, I love Aruba. I loved everything about Aruba. The food, it wasn't too hot. It wasn't like around 5 o'clock. Like you sit by the pool, and it was a vibe, man. But yeah, man, like I said, yeah, I there's so many things I want to do, man. I'm not gonna lie. The last 2 years, because I'm not making the money I used to make, I had to fall back a little bit, take a L, get punched in the mouth, and go back to the corner and figure it out. But I'm hoping that 2025. I'm not hoping. 2025 is going to be, the year where all of this comes together and it all makes sense. So again, yeah, man, tell me about Dubai when you get back, man. Be safe. Look, don't go out there yelling and screaming and carrying on, because their rules and laws are a little different. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and log off, man. Y'all be safe. Thanks for watching, and I will probably see you later. If not, or I'll probably be back on later. If not, I'll definitely be streaming again this week. So, deuces. Talk to y'all later.